I think there is, like, our generation does have such great access to so much online media about, about like constantly reading up on stuff, sharing petitions online, spreading all that. And I think like a lot of students are like Clictivists, and I guess like sometimes we call them like armchair activists. I'm always just a little bit hesitant to criticize students or young people's just like Clictivism, because I understand, because it's like we all start somewhere when it comes to like being throwing ourselves into like politics and throwing ourselves into activism and stuff. And I mean, I would say it's akin to people who like the academics of the activist world who sit on their high ivory towers and write really long papers about the cruelty of offshore processing, and you say, do you want to come to this protest? And they tell you they're too busy attending a conference or something. I mean, it's kind of like it might be, like it could turn into something like that, where it's like you don't want to be fighting a battle in a vacuum away from the stuff that's happening on the ground. Yeah.
Particularly when there are clear issues of social justice at stake, whether it's in relation to refugee rights campaigns or in relation to climate justice, questions of climate justice. I think these are issues that people across the board, in particular young people or youth, should take an active part in relation to, and call on our government in particular to act in ways that don't breach human rights, that promote sustainable futures, that tackle the question and the challenge of climate change, so that it doesn't result in injustices for people in the present and the future. One of the good things that came out of the National Day of Action is that people were able to gather together on university campuses, form new networks, campus-specific networks, and then hold meetings to decide what steps that they wish to take on their specific campuses.
Joining Solidarity and being involved in an activist organisation, we're constantly meeting up to be like, okay, well, we're having a meeting, we're going to organise, we're going to talk about the protest here. Like just yesterday there was the Change the Rules rally, which has a lot of very obvious class politics in it, and it was like, how do we get into that rally and make the intervention that the attack on workers by that government, it's the same government that attacks migrants or like refugees.